There we go. Pretty sure it's gonna be up here in a second. Let's go to, where is my, oh, there we go. Yeah, it's up. Sweet. Alright, cool. Congratulations for me, hitting 5K. Thank you so much for supporting me. Honestly didn't even think I would make it this far. I want to be real. So, I'm going to try to start doing more live streams more often. Like, you know, more consistent, trying to do them every other day type of thing. And, yeah, I'll be doing feedbacks. If you're trying to skip the line, $5. And also, if you're trying to get way more out of feedback and actually, like, you know, me dump a bunch of input and in-depth knowledge and feedback into it, $5. Or there's donations down below, and I'm really trying to get donations. I hate to ask for it, but I'm trying to do something big on near the end of the year, and any money will help. There's obviously things I give back if you do donate, so it's much appreciated, and it will go to a lot to give out truly what I want to when it comes to V1X and like everything around it. So other than that, I'm doing feedbacks, production, maybe some random dubstep shits, showing some stuffs. If you want, you can let me know. And is it gonna let me know if I'm live? What the heck? Yo, what's up? I'm trying to figure out if it'll let me know if I'm live. It won't let me. Dang it. Hold on one second. How you guys doing? I'm trying to like look at my own live so I can. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Now I can actually see you guys. Let me turn this. Let me turn this shit down. All right, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. Hey man, I recently bought Warm Tube Deserve, but I couldn't find the file for this. Could you advise? Oh, just message me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it comments on your thing. So message me on Instagram, and then I can send you that. That's a mistake of mine. I apologize. I don't know why it's not showing up in the link. I thought I fixed it, so I apologize. Yeah. Just message me on Instagram. I'll shoot it to you right away. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you guys something cool. Unless you guys have stuff that you want to submit. This is how I would submit for feedback. Well, bam. Demos for V1X at gmail.com. And I'll be going for a couple hours, so. But I did want to show you guys a really sick tune I made. I'm really happy about this one, I'm not gonna lie. No, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'll also give you a little free something on the side because I apologize for that. Alright, so I made this tune. This tune's fucking insane. I made this with my boy, Dismembered. He's fucking insane. And yeah, we're gonna play it. I can't wait to show you. Still whip as fuck. Second drop on this is fucking insane, okay? What's up, Jet Phase? What's up, brother? Alright, so that was something I recently worked on with my buddy. Thank you guys, I appreciate that a lot, seriously. Do you guys have any music? You guys have any music? No? I'm pretty sure I can just pin this. Been struggling with making intros. Show us some tips. Oh, you want some tips? I got you, brother. Actually, let me go off to the track I just showed you. Is that a good track I want to show you? Yeah, why not? All right, bet. Let me listen to Jet Phase's thing real quick, and then I got you, Lucky. But I could easily show you something real quick. I got you, brother. This is my boy Jet sorry. This is my boy Jet Phase. Go follow him. He makes fucking insane music. If you don't go follow him, I don't know, you're just missing out. So my feedback on this. You said you're down for some feedback? Because I don't want to... You down for some feedback? Well, so honestly, I'm just going to give you some feedback anyways, because I don't know if you saw it. This is fire overall. I think this is really solid. The only thing, I don't know if you even saw me doing it, but one thing is like your first 8 bars, solid as fuck. Then I feel like the next 8 bars, it is the same arrangement, but you could go in 2 ways. You could go in a higher tonality or lower tonality. I do feel like maybe changing up the tonality every 8 is a huge benefit. And even along with that, like, let's say, like, I'm only doing this for you because you're my buddy. But let's say you have your first 8 bars here. You have that constant, like, da 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 da. Well, on the next 8, I feel like it would be even cooler if you did the same arrangement but changed it 25%. You know? And then on the switch up, you really changed it like 75%, keeping it 25% of what before. That's kind of how I go off of it, to not like go too random. But I do think that slight arrangement changes throughout, and also tonality, and even like right here, slide in a new bass, slide in a couple new basses. You know, I'll show that in one of my things. Yeah, and even on the second drop, you already know what I'm gonna say. Get fucking crazy with, get really creative with that, bro. Just start throwing random automations on, throwing some different effects on, see what happens, you know? I think overall, though, this is a really fire track. Though if you just did a slight more, this tune would be fucking huge. But, other than that, dude, fucking, this is insane. Please send me more whenever you want to. And we gotta get a collab going. You gotta finish. You gotta send me back my collab. You gotta send me back what's going on. I was like, yo, it's collab. Wait, we're already doing a collab. All right. So, you said you wanted to know. Oh, you did? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'll check it right after this. I suck. All right. So, intros. Lucky, you still there? I don't know if Luck. Not really a fan. Let's see what I can do if I can hop on it. But we can always fucking try some new stuff too. All right. So, one thing about like intros, so like okay. Let me slow myself down here. I normally start with the drops just because that's how I've always been. But I think starting with the drops is a bit easier because like a lot of my intros consist of what's going on right here. Like, you know, like, so how do I put this? So obviously when I made this arpeggio, like, I did the same notes that were in this bass line. So, like, let's say it was, like, probably D, E, D, 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 E, some F, right? Some shit, some dumb shit, right? And then I pretty much did the same thing over here, but in a different way. Let me play it. You can't hear it because I don't have the automations, the pitch automations on, but it's the same pitching. It's the same kind of thing. And then also another thing is like I have a constant like I guess what I'm trying to say is any melody you want to try to make off of like what your bass line was, or at least the somewhat consistency. I would say 50% to maybe 30%. You don't have to like yeah, so you don't have to like, you know, go full out, like copy the exact like do 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 do, and you're like, you know, your drop is do 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 do. Like you could do that, and that's where you get a more rhythm kind of call and response to the intro to the drop. But I think what really helps is when you manipulate it and like we use D and E, and then we use other notes. And like we use the same structuring and we try to like change it 25% or 50% or maybe in the arrangement of that. Could be slower, could be faster. You know, it's that kind of thing with when you're writing melodies. But when writing melodies, chords, leads, anything, I would try to stick on the same rhythmic pattern and notes as your drop, if that makes any sense. Now what we can get into is, it's kind of like what I did here. I have a D, I have a D and a D minor, but a D sharp, sorry, D sharp, and then pretty much it's just going and then that coincides kind of with like my drop going not but it does go from da anything that correlates, right? But what really helps is when you put your bass. So like, let's say I took like the first bass shot right here and I put it in the background of my intro, right? So like And I muffled it, added some reverb, some delay. Here, let me go to it real quick. Yeah, just some simple delay, and then just some simple EQ. I didn't even do reverb on it, actually. But another thing that could help is also kind of like some sort of... So this, if I'm correct, one second, let me play this. That is literally just the same thing I just explained with the melody. It's just a counter kind of lead type of thing, or I guess a pluck, whatever you want to call it. And then, so another thing is just using other stuff from your drop. So like this is in the background of my drop, this is in the drop, this is in my drop, this is my drop. These are just risers and shit. Anything that you can kind of take from your drop, this is in my drop. These are just like little like... You know, anything that you use in your drop, you can always just transfer right over to your intro. It's kind of like a copy and paste type of thing, and do it your own way. You know, build it like a Subway kind of thing. This is, I don't want to say this would be the greatest example because I'm still working on this tune, but right here, this right here is literally. So my friend sent me a sample of like a horn thingy, and I just reversed it for a refault, like for a faller in the beginning of my track, right? But to keep the context of same things possibly in the same timbre or sample context, I used it only because of that way, because I had it right here as a sustain. And you know, it's anything you can look at your intro. I mean, anything you can look in here and be like, how do if you put like, you know, effects, you know, any kind of like anything in your drop, you can relatively transfer over to your intro, you know, technically. I want to find a really good one. I guess this is a better one. Well, see here, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what kind of. Well, here, I got you. I'll show you exactly kind of something. I'm pretty sure I made a melody in this one, if I'm correct. If I didn't use some sort of pad, but a easy way here. Another easy way to cheat melodies for your drops. I'll show you real quick. So, let's say, I don't know if I did it in this one. I think I did my, yeah, see, I did the thing I was kind of telling you before. I used the bass in my drop. Probably stretched it, echoed it out, you know, had like a delay on it, reverb. And then right here, I fully introduce it. So let me play it, and then I'll explain the context. Alright, now let's explain kind of again with the intro and why the intro kind of matches up with the drop, and it cohesively kind of just goes in a way where it's not really like taking you away, you know. And that's one thing I find with a lot of pieces out there. I mean, there's two styles of writing, right? You can write a piece into a piece and try to correlate it. But what I like to do is I like to keep a consistent, like again, I like to keep that consistency of the rhythm that I made beforehand and then alter it. So like, again, let me just play this one more time. So that would technically, well, I guess technically this is my, and I'll even show you right here. So, and you kind of asked, how do you make a melody that can coincide with your drop so well? fuck, I thought I was talking. Son of a bitch. Really what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to show you another form of getting the context of your drop into a melody while you by using your literally your bass loop. And then easy way of doing that is like I did here, consolidate it. And you can go like this, and you can play with the release. You can play with like the decay and the release and the sustain of each thing like this, right? And we'll get a different result. We'll get a more plucky result. And then oh, son of a bitch, you can do that too. Actually, hold on, we'll do that. So what else can I do here? Let's play with it. Let's play with the attack just a little bit. Maybe make it a little less kind of like. Maybe make it less robotic in a way. And I know it's like, oh, we got to be perfect about every automation. But honestly, that's what gives the humanism in music. When you don't be perfect. That's something I've started to realize. So like, maybe not doing it every time perfectly on every one of them might give it a humanistic feel. Okay, so now what we're going to try to do is kind of like the other method. Let's see how it sounds first, because I pretty much took away some sustain, the decay, and the... Okay, so we're getting more to like kind of a pluckier thing, but now what we can do is we can go like this, and you know what? Let's shorten the sample in a warping mode. Let's literally shorten it. So I'm just going to slightly do it like this. And if you really want, you can toss on like a phaser. You can toss a phaser on. Phasers are really good to just straight up change. Like, watch this. So that is another way to get, and that's another way to get kind of like your melody, like to get a cheap melody out of a bass loop is what I would say. I feel like this is like the whole way, or I feel like this is like something like that he'd probably do. He'd probably take his bass sound and the exact rhythm. It's kind of like what you hear in his tunes, and then he shortens the attack, the release, and the decay. And maybe we could even watch this. If we toss on a little bit of delay here, there's like this cool delay trick you can do. Watch this. So that's things that you can kind of do, you know, to get a really cheap kind of straightforward melody without having to pull up a synthesizer and try to fucking, oh god, what key, and oh god, it's not sounding good, right? You can just render out your loop, shorten the attack, the release, and the decay, you know, or not shorten it, but play with all those, kind of try to make it plucky, add a little bit of like, add some fucking, like, you know, convulsion reverb, sorry, excuse my language, and then maybe some delay to give it that melody kind of sense. And you're pretty much, yeah. Yep. Yeah, okay, so that's another thing to do. Another thing you can do, here, let me just reload this project real quick. One thing I like to do, one thing I like to do that's even more to get more of a cohesive like result from the drop into your intro. These are all kind of cheap ways I feel like that I'm showing you. There's more expertise things you could do, obviously, like actually writing chords and shit like that that matches your rhythm. Or you could like try to do a full piece into a piece. There's that too, you know, writing like a whole piece that correlates with other. Okay, so like it's like writing two rhythms that correlate, but I don't like to write two like full-on separate rhythms. You know, I'm trying to say it right. I'm not really that great with fucking terminology, right? I'm just a rhythm producer, so mind that. But what I'm trying to say is, let's say if we went like a da 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 da, right, throughout the whole tune, we want to make sure that a da is kind of like a correlated thing throughout, but not fully transparent like that. You know, I don't know if I'm making sense, but whatever. This is just stuff I've kind of just realized from music and listening to so much shit. Okay. So another thing we can do here is... Oh, sorry. Another thing we can do here is... Wait, someone said they sent in tunes. Oh, shit. That's a lot of tunes. Hold up. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Doing tunes right now. This is Kobo. Right. You making a tune from scratch today? I mean, if you want me to, I can do that. Fuck it. The only thing I do want to say again real quick, if you guys want to keep seeing me do this, I did put a donation thing there. I just donate to my PayPal. If you do feel like it, it helps for me to keep doing this. But regardless, I'll keep doing this as long as I can. I love you guys. All right, so let me get back into what this tune. All right, so I like the tune. I think it's a bit. It's hard to say, but it's a bit like muddy in a way. I think there's a bit much maybe in the sounds. Maybe it's a sub. So one of the two, but something is a bit muddy there. I would check your sub, maybe cut it a little bit more, something like that. The sound design is pretty cool. I feel like you could do a little bit of like a bump on your high end, maybe just a little bit, not the high end, but like the 1K, like 7K, 700 hertz to 2K maybe, and like you bring it up a little bit. That would maybe something like that. It's something around there you could bring up. I think maybe some slight fill type of things now and then. I don't think what else. The master, turn the distortion down just slightly, and that's all I could really think of, to be honest. I mean, that's really fucking sick tune. All right, we got more. Whoa. The intro is a bit long. Like the idea is really dope here. It's a bit stretched out in some type of way here. Try to go for a 16 bars on this, or maybe 24. Unless it is 24, go for 16. Or figure out a way to kind of alter the ideas of the melody here. It kind of just goes out throughout the whole thing, and like the drum. And you want to do a little more. Try to add some more. Add some more. Be creative. Have fun.
Round 1. Fight. Finish.
That off sound, tone it, pitch it down a little bit. That offbeat sound, I'd pitch it down just a little bit. It feels like it's okay. I will. Got you, bro. That off sound just feels like a little off key in some sort of way. Maybe try to pitch it just to get it just right. Like you have like a right, and then you have like your sound is like and you want to get your sound to be like you know, like the off sound. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, another thing is right here you do this like melody thing. I'm gonna be that stickler. I'm gonna be the stickler. It doesn't have context to the rhythm of the drop, so it's kind of random in a sense to me. But it's cool if you could change it to kind of match the notes. Like you, if it's just a sample, you can kind of add pitch automations and get just right. And there's tons of plugins out there that are like tuners or allow you to see the note. But I would try to do that. It's just something. It's just something slightly off about it, and it kind of takes away from how sick the drop is, because I think that is really sick. Let me keep going. At this point, I feel like your sound could be a little tighter, like your main sound, like the mids. Well, there's two ongoing here, but the main tear out sound you can make a little tighter, and then change the tonality at this point. Same thing with the other off sound, and then it's a little bit too much right now, like too fast of arrangement. I would do that later on, maybe 16 after or 8 after. Or something like that, because of the context that you did it here, because you went like 1, 2, 3 with the off sounds, right? And now you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. Now you're just going really fast. It's like too fast of a context switch over. In my mind, that's how I hear it. I like to kind of look at my dubstep like a progression, like, you know. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just me being too picky. Maybe it's me just being too picky on the ideas. But I do feel like maybe just a slightly little less, like taking 1 or 2 out of this arrangement would make it like sicker in a way and go into it a little better. Yeah, it's just me though. No. Right there, you need to continue with that. You need to continue with that fucking sound. Don't go back into what you just did. No. You know what I mean? You guys hear it too, right? Come on. Like, no, that was a total switch. Bro, fucking carry that switch. That. Oh, yeah. That's crazy how sometimes other people can hear it within your own music. That only if that sound just like kept going, and then maybe if you put the tear out sound on the off with it. Yeah. I should hear like a whoa, 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 instead of like this tear out thing again. Bit random of a cutoff. I don't know how long this drop is because I can't just put it in DAW real quick. But it sounds like it might be a little off by a couple bars. If it's not, bit of a weird transition. I would always leave like a half bar or a whole bar to kind of transition back into intros. Or out, whatever. Dude, if you, it's like I can hear it. Like, don't go back into the same arrangement. You could have went into that like, boom, da, you know, and then you could have gone back into the, you know, like, really have. I know I look probably silly as fuck when I'm doing that, and I hope I get the point across. But truly, I want you to like. Not continue the same da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da throughout the whole thing. I want you to, like, this da-da-da-da, you can continue still here, but in a 25% scale, you know? So, like, it's kind of like when I was being like, oh, wow, I really wish this sound that you went in with right here could keep going in a way. You know, and then you could put the da-da-ah on the off, but cut it out a little bit so it's not like the same as this. And over here, it's kind of like the same thing. Like you're about to do it. You're about to fucking do it. But you didn't. You went back. Sorry, it kills me. It kills me. You guys are so creative. I want to see you guys be more creative. I know you guys have it in you. I know you guys have it in you. So... get back on that one. That one's a sick tune, though. It's a sick idea, bro. Keep it up. All right, let's see. We got Balanced Chalice. I'm pretty sure I said the name correct. If I say names wrong, I apologize. Sit Down is what we're listening to. Well, I'm already in a chair, so, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching is in a chair, so... Off the bat, intro's cool. I see what you're trying to do. There's no like anything to attach to here. It's really just a voice and like randomness. So you want to like at least put, if I'm correct, what I'm about to hear on your drop, you want to put context of your drop. Kind of like what I was going over in the beginning of the drop. I mean, the beginning of the stream. Like, this stuff is cool, don't get me wrong. But it's a bit random, in a sense. And it's like, why would I want to listen to this? You know what I mean? When you release tunes, not like that, not in a mean way. Do these ideas, but add melodic or more atmospheric or some sort of like notes, some sort of or something, you know, that can help the listener attach more instead of it just being like you know, it's, I'm just being real, because like you come here to make good music, you come here to my feedback stream, I'm gonna tell you how to make amazing music. All right, I ain't gonna waste your fucking time. But that's my first thing on this. Perfect. That's good. That's really good. That has good substance right there. Drums are a bit loud. I would turn those down in the intro, always. First off, I don't like that shit, so I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, so it's kind of like what I was talking about. So, like, you want to fucking take this and correlate it with that, right? This is sick. And off the bat, I do want to say, let me rerun this. So, it's a good try of execution. Your pre-drop, your fake out. So here's the thing about fake outs and I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna do a real feedback this time. I'm gonna do a real feedback stream. So thing about fake outs and correlating back into your drop is it's the same kind of thing I've been saying this whole time. You want to keep a 50% of correlation back into, or like like a call and response. So like you have like a da 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 whatever, right? But then you have right into your drive, you go and well, actually, first that would work, but you go like but like a total triplet change from like what you were doing groove wise in the fake out. So like to me, the fake out doesn't correlate with how it goes in. The fake out sounds sick, but the fake out should also still return back into how it goes in. But if you wanted to change it, you can change it tonality wise. You could take a couple things out, kind of like what you did here, but you try to do a different flow. I would say that would have been cooler if you did it on the 16 or on the next 8, kind of something like that, because it's a total arrangement switch. And like, trust me, I agree with it. I agree, but you always want to keep a 50 to 25% of the same arrangement transferred over. It just helps a lot. Also, again, kind of the rhythm gets a little bit random. It's cool sounds, but there's no like call and response within the rhythm here. It's quite random, actually. It's good sounds and it's good ideas, but you think about it like this: we make a da 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 da. We want to continue that for 8 bars, and then that da 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 da. We want to make a da 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 da. It's almost like the same thing as a da da da, right? And it's the same correlation. And then your switch up, you could go da 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 da, and then you want to always keep some sort of correlation throughout 4 or not 4. I would say actually 8-bar increments, because 4 just kind of sounds random at some points. I would say 8-bar increments. You want to keep the same rhythmic thing, and then kind of keep a 25% of it. I know I'm being a little harsh on this tune, but I really want to like show what goes through my head when I'm making tunes, and this is how I consistently put out my tunes. And it just helps. At the end of the day, it's something I learned from Samplifier. Let's keep continuing. Another thing I'm going to say real quick, since you did say please be harsh, to everyone watching, it's great to be dark in your music, but remember this: if you want people to play out your tunes and you want really big names to play out your tunes, try to incorporate that darkness with a little bit of hype in the drop, like in the pre-vocal, like for example, in my tune Nice Square Bro, it goes starting up. Oh no, sorry, that's quarter clock. It goes fucking like reboot or raise your hands, right? Raise your and then reboot, and I make it sound really dark, right? Or in quarter clock, it goes starting up. Now these phrases and vocals can really be correlated to something in the moment when you're at a festival. When I hear something like, "Oh, I'm gonna bash your head," I just go like, okay, cool. Now, maybe that's just me, but I can tell you a lot of the majority of the consensus when they hear that, it's kind of like, oh, that's a cool vocal, whatever, right? and whatever. But truthfully, I think what helps with Subtronics is even like when you look at his vocals, I'm gonna rip your face off, but it's done in a very good way right before the drop, right? And he kind of like contexts it right even before those drop, and even right before his drop. I could go through a number of Subtronics tunes where like he does use that dark expression, but he does it in a party way. So like the vocal can be correlated into like a mosh pit, or like, you know, getting a mosh pit started, getting the crowd to be like, whoa, you know, it's stuff like that. You know, it's stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it's whatever you truly want to do, and that's just my input. But again, I think this tune's sick. That's my overall feedback, just honestly to everyone here. But that's something that like I felt. I'm only saying the vocal thing because like I used to put random fucking vocals, right? I used to do I can literally show you for days where like it doesn't make sense. It sounds cool, but it doesn't make sense. Like it wouldn't be played at a party. It wouldn't be played at a show. People aren't gonna play it in their car all the time and be like, you know, that vocal, fuck yeah! You know, a vocal is a really big key player into your drop. Like, huge. Huge. And sometimes you can get away with it and be bullshit, right? But if you really want a tune to get big, you really want a hooky fucking vocal. So, like, here... like, oh, and then it goes into some insane fucking distorted shit, right? And then on this one,
actually,
it's stuff that can be correlated to actual fucking like. And then here's a darker one. Here's a darker one. Let me show you this. It's kind of like the same kind of context, but this is kind of like more darker, but at the same time being more party like at the same time. Okay, it says your limit, right? And that could be perceived as darkness. That could be perceived however the fuck you want to take it. But truly, how I felt like when I dropped that, if I dropped that at a festival, a bunch of people are going to be fucking probably moshing and be like, your limit. And it's like, oh shit, let's even go harder now, right? Because the context is into a party sense. I don't know. I kind of wanted to just go with that. And then also, yeah, that's my drag on the vocals. It's something that kind of like, when I listen to tunes, it's something I really listen for. I'm going to skip yours, Kobo, to the last just because I've already listened and people are already waiting. But, I don't know. It's just something that really fucking gets me. And I think it's been really successful for me of kind of, I don't know, trying to do party vocals, I guess. We got Mr. Goat Dubs. Amazing fucking song, by the way, to remix. Art edit, my bad. But see, this is another great example. Very dark tune, and when the drop hits, I'm pretty sure it goes, blood on me. And that's dark as fuck. But it's just like the context of how it's done and everything that leads up to it. If you're at a show, that just makes a fucking mosh pit even more insane. Like, someone's gonna get some blood on them, okay?
Keeps you up at night. You know that it's not right. I've been hot for days. Wanna touch your flame. Music got me late. Nothing this every time. I can't get your blood on me, your blood on me. I can't get your blood on me. I can't get your blood on me, your blood on me. Blood on me.
At this point, you could have changed the tonality of that. You could have went higher or lower, like. It's so solid, really solid so far. And I don't know if I'm just saying that because I love this tune a lot. Like, I actually love this fucking tune. So, but solid so far.
I've been half a day, wanna touch your flame. Yeah, she got me late, dancing by the flame. Like, messing with your mind. I do this every time. I can't get your blood on me, your blood on me.
Good dubs.
Could have changed the tonality. Could have changed the arrangement slightly. You guys are going to hear that every time from me. I just want you to know. If you don't do it. Yeah, I think that was solid. I think that was pretty solid. The only thing I could say is, like, you could have changed it after the 8 with the tonality and slight arrangement. But other than that, fire. Okay, let me get rid of these bad boys. Alright, we got Chris Gold. Ooh, I like this. That's really cool. That's really cool, actually. That's really fucking cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. Is that like AI too? That's AI, dude. AI has gotten so fucking nuts where you don't even know anymore. Like, you know what's crazy? What if I told you? What if I told you that this was AI? What if... I mean, it kind of pretty much, you can see that. I'm just fucking around. But it looks so cool! Yeah, it's crazy what AI can do. It's nuts. If that's not AI, I'm sorry. I apologize completely, because that's a really nice artwork. More here. You could put chords of some sort, or like some saw that's passed, or low pass, or some like effects maybe if you want it to be open like that, and like that you can take like, I was kind of like gonna show you in this, but I rendered this out, right? Like let's just say I pretty much render this out or freeze and flatten to this, and then I put it in the background of my drop, or not background of my drop, background of my intro right here, and it's all washed out and reverbed out as fuck. So like here, I'll give you a context real quick. I completely apologize. That was really loud. But you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, but you wash it the fuck out, and you put it really low. You can kind of get another another little layer there. Maybe like some sort of faller, some slight faller, maybe some slight some slight riser or some sort into the next part you're coming in. Just some slight ear candies, you know. You can put some more stuff there. You can put some more like. I win! I lose! Put some vocals there maybe if you really want. Like, record yourself going like, damn, shit like that. Get really creative. It's more than just sound design of the day. It's how you want to project yourself and how you project your creativity in the fullest extent, Try to really key in onto that one, guys. Like, I know creating a tune is just creating a tune sometimes, and it's like, what else do I do? But you guys should fully look in yourself and be like, you know what? I want to do all of this. And you should do that. And, you should be like, I'm going to include my voice into this arcade tune going, oh, shit, fuck, what the hell going on? Oh, damn, not winning, and then you can make it trippy sounding. And then, like, kind of have, like, that slight melody on it or something like, or what you do kind of have here already, my bad. I have that atmosphere thing I just showed you. It's stuff like that takes tunes farther than ever, because it's a full immersion of what you put arcade, yeah. Now, obviously, it sounds like I don't know if you're new or not, but the processing is a bit. I would work on the process a little bit. Maybe put on a saturation on your master to boost it a little bit. The sounds could use like some convulsion reverb just to like kind of spice them up a little bit. Make them a little wetter sounding. You can get wave phase from Dubgrade plugins that might even make. Or yeah, you can do the distortion with this bad boy. If you can get it free, by the way, right here. I'm doing like self promo. You can get it free right here. You can get you can get this plugin right here. Son of a bitch. Here we go. Oh, wait. I do my self promo. Hold on. I have no advertiser. I'm the advertiser. You can get this plugin in this tune, and that you can just turn the drive up, turn the gain up a little bit. Woo! Cool thing also. Just want to self advertise again. Wave phase can really help your sound more wet. I've put tons of videos out there. I'm not even going to go into the explanation of it, but that could help your sound get a little more wet. I think if anything, convulsion reverb, maybe some chorus, some hyper kind of chorus or some widening kind of chorus could help. Yeah. Oh shit. I'm sorry I didn't mute it. Ooh, I'm sorry guys. Yeah, just a little more wetness on the sound some type of way. I'm telling you, wave phase, bro. That would do the trick. But fucking yeah, some slight wetness. You just need some slight wetness. Maybe some phasers, some fucking slight phaser though. Maybe some convulsion reverb, chorus. There's like one more thing you could do actually. I'm trying to think. You know what? I'm not even going to say that one. That was a little too much. Should be totally different than this now. Yeah, that should be totally different. Like, I mean, you could use the same thing, but use it like just change the arrangement on a 25% scale and then change the tonality a little bit.
Captcha detected.
Yeah, definitely play around more, get a little more creative on this one. I know you can do it. I know you hear it. Play the tonality. You can throw on a phaser. Literally the phaser, if you're an effector, I mean, if you're an FL or Ableton, just throw on a phaser. Just mess around with the frequency a little bit. Turn it on a low rate if you really need to. If it's set to a high rate, you'll get different tonalities. Well, bam, well, bam. You can use a ring mod. Ring mod's a little bit harsh. I would change the arrangement again, slightly off a 25% scale. I know I keep sounding like a repeat on this, but I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna bullshit you. But I like the ideas. I like the ideas a lot, and I think the ideas consist of something that you could make into a really good tune if you just did the slight things I just said. He said, I ain't gonna lie, I see the vision. I hope you do see the vision, J-Rod. I hope you do, buddy. When are you gonna get on a fucking stream with me? Huh? This is how I looked in the morning.
Better send me a snap of that whap, or them cheeks, we're gonna get clapped.
Boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. Oh no, bro.
You see what I mean? Like, this guy is using weird fucking vocals in his shit with like that stuff that you were kind of trying to do, like the atmospheric or like the weird melody thingy. This is exactly is all bam. This is like exactly what I'm talking about. This adds characters, makes me like, obviously it's under, like, I can't understand it, but that doesn't matter. It sounds cool.
Give me your nipples! Oi, oi, oi! Baka!
So, okay, insane sound design. Just go a little tighter on the release and the sustain, just a little bit, just to make it a little tighter, just slightly. Change the tonality at this point. Change the arrangement slightly. 25%. You can even go, yeah, you can go like a crazy switch up on that. Honestly, I like that flow the best. That flow is insane. I think you should rework off of that on the switch up on the 16 and then kind of like go into a different variation of that right here too. That shit is fire, bro. If you actually do that and finish this, send me and I want to fucking download it. At this part, you could put a faller, more of a faller, and more background sound, like more immersion. That's the only thing I would say. That's one thing Bad Clat really, like, I never do these much, but every time I did, Bad Clat would be like, no, you gotta put like a sustain there, mate. You gotta put more there, mate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta put a lot more there. So, yeah. Make it actual, like, a vibe. Like, you make it a vibe. Alright. Sick fucking tune, though. Fucking solid. Fucking solid. Oh, damn, these things are coming in hot. Alright, let's get going here.
Unsheath it.
So, it's like, it's gotta be like it's gotta be the 4K to like 8K. It's gotta be like up there, cause that shit like hits.
Show me your blade.
Yeah, it's like the 6K, 8K range. It's like it's gonna look like something like this on your EQ that's just going right. I can hear it. Dip that. I don't know if I want to keep listening. It's gonna get that sharp.
Titan is 124 tunes. How many?
Yeah, your high ends in this tune are definitely very ear piercing. What did you produce on, brother? If anything, what I would do is I would run it through reference tracks when you're doing stuff. The high end is really, really, really a lot in this tune, and I feel like it's probably in that 6K to 8K. And I don't mean to be disrespectful when I like that. It is that high, and it kind of hurts the ears. Right around in those. So maybe just like maybe a major duck like this on it could really help.
Any of you won? Titan is 124 tunes. How many of you won?
Context a bit random over to like the next drop. Kind of a little bit, kind of just stops and goes, and that's why I was a little confused. So I would like, again, kind of like right before your end of your drops, or make them like 16, 32, 64, whatever you want to do. I don't know if it's like 16 or 32 here. I can't really tell. But if I had an adult, I could tell. But well, I don't think it sounds like it. But you want to keep a bar or a half bar before you end your phrasing, after, like when you're done with your drop, into your outro or whatever it is. I can send J-Roz's assessment. Oh yeah, you're not gonna lie. Add Soothe too, and they can honestly just fucking clean that really high pitched shit going on. I was on monitors. Oh damn, my monitor, damn. Yeah, it's a bit random right here.
Not bad.
I don't know whatever the hell that is, but that is fucking good. That is a vibe right there. Whatever you did right there, that is a vibe. That's a vibe. I like that.
Unsheath it.
No, that's alright, brother. I don't mean it like that. We all don't know how to mix. Oh, well, maybe. But at the end of the day, it's all a learning experience, and it takes years. Okay, don't get hard on yourself. I apologize if I don't mean it in any way like that. But you could change up the arrangement here. You could change up like the sound, tonality, and stuff like that. I think you've got great ideas. That is for sure. Again, great fucking ideas. Clean the mix up a little bit. Maybe just try to change the arrangement throughout. Try to, like, you know, change the tonality a little bit throughout. And maybe just work on kind of like some fills. And then how you end your phrasing. And, like, you know, at the end of the drops or and stuff like that. So, fucking let's go on to the next one. Charlie, send in a fucking tune, buddy. I don't know what you're doing. You think you're going to escape from this? You're not escaping, buddy. Hell to the no. Oh, what's up, Willow? Do we got Jayo? It's Jayo, right? Jawix. Yeah, you better send one, Charlie. I'm looking at you. Look at this guy's face. Look at his mustache. We got a little marauder. The offbeat, yeah. You could turn that up just a little bit more, maybe just slightly, and then like I'm gonna do the. I feel like the sound could be more aggressive or more tonal in a way. Maybe put like a ring mod on it. Maybe put like combs on it, like a really low feedback kind of ringy comb on it to like a type of thing. No, I just feel like that off sound can be a little more aggressive, but this is fucking fire. Change the arrangement of the main bass line now. Just slightly, like 75, no, like 25%. Just a little bit. I like how you went into a different tonality though. That is fire. And then the off sound, you can change the tonality of that and slightly the arrangement of that. Just change it ever so slightly, like 25% or something like that. It makes huge differences and it makes the crowd go fucking wild. Is this a edit? Did you edit? Did you edit? Did you edit? Is this an edit? If you didn't trash internet, honestly, if this is no stems from like an edit of some sort, that's good. That's really good. That's really good. That's very good. Okay, let me keep going. There we go. Alright, yeah, that's fire. The only thing I would say on this is slight arrangement changes. Slight arrangement changes. Kind of the same thing I've been saying to everyone, really, honestly. Slight arrangement changes, slight tonality changes. And I would say on the 16, you could go even crazier on like the arrangement change. Like really mess with the patterns. Keep it like 25% the same as before. But really mess with the patterns, like just go crazy, bro. Like try to get it to be a straight up fucking switch, like kind of how I did here. For example, I get the tear out thing. I've never really done tear out many tunes. I don't really do it, but I did it with this buddy, so like I get it. But here's just kind of like what I'm saying. Alright, just changed the arrangement, and I slightly changed the tonality. Still same bass, by the way. Same bass. Same bass. I swear to God, it's the same fucking bass. And what you're about to hear is two of the same basses. They just edited in different, like, lengths and, like, morphine. But the context is kind of like what I'm saying. It's constantly changing the arrangement and tonality. I changed the arrangement ever so slightly again, and I changed the tonality again to keep it going. And then I keep it on the second drop here. I'll even show you. I did even more, but I can still consisted of the same bass. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I still use the same sounds. I just constantly change the arrangement, and I change how they correlate. But I still keep them on the same arrangement scale as before. I just change it 25% or 50%. Now, if I really want to go for a crazy switch up, I just change it like 75%. And that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, doing that shit and really fucking around to the full extent will, like, you know, Alright. I'm gonna do the 2 cream wheat. Oh, yeah, I like this. Let's hear this. Some slight color, like some slight ear candy here. Slight ear candy. Some stuff in the background. Maybe even a vocal like you always do.
What's your least favorite race? I don't believe in race. Race is a social construct. Everybody's shapes of wheat.
Okay, I know what you could do. You could put the bass, the main bass loop, kind of in the, kind of how I do, you know, I've been saying this whole time, kind of like keep it really reverbed and like, you know, reverbed and like kind of like muffled and shit like that, and kind of tease it right here and do it. So work on your slight fills every 8. Okay, slight duck on the high end, just a little slight. That is fire as fuck though. Change the arrangement slightly on that switch up, and I feel like the Damon is a little. I'm pretty sure it's a 16, but I feel like that comes in right after, like after the 60 on the 8. But try to put that Damon right there. I'm pretty sure it's like should be right there. But I think you should slightly change. Just play with the arrangement ever so slightly. I've been literally saying it to everyone. I'm not even gonna. I don't want to fucking say it again and again and feel like make people feel bad, but or sound like a robot. But yeah, this is fire. This is fire. This is fire. Fire sound design. Just do a little more creatively, and it's fucking woohoo. Sounds so silly, but that should be your drop. Woo! That's fire. Woo! That is fucking fire, though. Woo! Yeah, I'll do yours later. I got you, brother. I just gotta get through these 2 real quick. Well, bam. You said unfinished. I'll make sure I'm gonna go extra hard on you now. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, well, let's hear this. La, 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 la.
Another song, the sweet idea, like I let it in my eyes, like an exotic drink. The radio playing songs that I have never heard. I don't know what to say. I'm not another word, just it goes around the world, just it's all around the world, just
It needs the context of that drop in there. Like, you know, kind of same thing I was saying to Wayman. It kind of needs that context there. You can echo it out. You can put like a one shot through right here, and then you can kind of like delay it, or you could just put out the full loop, like refurb it the shit out, and then like muffle it kind of thing, and then kind of have it build up with the build up. It would help with the transfer. What you could have done here, you could have done a fake out, honestly, like that, wow, without going straight into the beat, and then going to the beat. Honestly, I could hear it right here with this tune. Make the sounds slightly a little tighter, and then just a little duck on the high end. It's a little bit, I think, it's probably like the 3K to like 8K range. It's gonna look a little raspy, just a little slight, and then you're good. Okay, you literally went like, you should go into that like, like you should have done a total switch up after that. That's the thing, like, I was kind of saying, I think with this tune, you have a great, like, first 8, but that next, you could definitely, or that next 8, you could definitely change up this, change up the arrangement slightly, or you could even add more sounds like you did right there, like add another sound into the off, and or even onto the main where it's kind of like going back and forth. You know, just slight little things like that will do huge fucking favors for you. Okay, again, still like I like the tonality change here, but it's kind of still like that yum 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 yum. You could have went like did up yum blah blah yum did it yum blah blah blah, or some bullshit like that. You know, you could have totally really play around with trying not to be in that same like space of you. Like I know like it's kind of hard sometimes with tonality wise or volume wise or trying to trick yourself into it, but really totally switching it up or totally switching it up with the size of the samples, like different basses and everything like that on the switch up could really fucking really kick it. Just really fucking throw shit in, just start experimenting. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if it does work, fucking go with it. And I would slightly, like I said, play with the arrangement even more at the switch up. I really do kind of take switch ups now as kind of like a way to, like, let's say we're the arrangement beforehand here, right? Let's just say like we do that arrangement, but like you did it kind of like the same thing, like yeah. Well, I would have changed it 75% or 50% and been like but it's still on the same consistency of Oh, mic gain super low. Titties. Whoa, wow, that is really low. What the fuck? Holy balls. There we go. Is that better? That's better, right? That's way better, right? Okay, hopefully it's... No, I know, it was actually really low. It got turned down. But yeah, that's my feedback on that one. Let me keep going. And then the vocal just a slightly dip on the high end. But I feel like a total arrangement switch up would have been insane here. See, you're kind of doing it right here. You could have done that right here, and that would have sounded way cooler. But I like this right here. I like this idea probably the most out of this whole tune. This is like really slick. I kind of like that countering. I like how the countering sound goes with it. Yeah, I think this is a solid. I think it's really solid ideas. Just like the same thing I'm kind of saying all the time to other people. Just slightly change those slight things about it, and I think it can even be way killer. Definitely a fake out though, right here, like 100%. Like, woo, for 100%. All right, let's go back.
No matter where I turn, the bridges they burn. I cannot escape this hell I find myself in. I wanted to break free, but now time's my enemy. And I'm here waiting in this hole I feel inside. And I throw it all away. I kept holding on, but now that it's too late, I got nowhere else to run. How can I come out of this alive? Watch it all go up in flames.
I only covered the name because fuck that person. Ah, fuck!
Break this shit. Break this shit.
And I throw it all.
So the context of the intro is really good, but the thing is, it's like there's no relation from the drop to this. So, and it's also really, really long with like not much in it. So I would add more. Like I would add stuff from here, maybe drones you could do from your drop. You could do like kind of same thing I just showed. Yeah, I would put more from your intro into your drop. But yeah, how long have I been fucking going? Let's see. How long have I been going? Oh, an hour, only 28 minutes? That ain't shit. That ain't shit. Well, let me show you guys something really cool though. If you ever do want to make your tunes louder, let me show you something really, really cool. Dude, I even have it like saved as X8. Oh my god, I am so nice to myself. Look at this. I actually saved a project on its real fucking name. Holy shit. Who does that? Who does that? That was some killer tunes, guys. I appreciate you sending those in. It was always nice. It's always nice listening to what you guys are doing and how you guys have been leveling up and everything. And every time I come back to it, I feel like you guys are this much better. And yeah. So that is, yeah, of course, I will always do feedback. It is a thing I've always been doing. I'm going to try to get to it more. I'm going to try to be live more. Again, I'm going to self-advertise. If you'd like to see me live more and see me keep going, please donate. And there is packages that I do give back to donations. I have a lot of things I have planned for the end of the year to show you guys, as far as not even just the music aspect, but the whole project itself. And I really do need help with the funding of that. So if you do want to donate and you really believe in my project, please consider it. PayPal and steeprumoraudio@gmail.com. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. I hate to advertise. I'm sorry. I kind of just have to do it. But at the end of the year, hopefully, if I do get enough, I will be able to show you guys something so fucking insane, like nothing like you've ever seen before. Nothing. But yeah, let's get back. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys something really cool. See ya, bro. Alright, so I was gonna show you something really cool about this tune in particular. One thing that I like to do with my tunes is I like to use WarmTube. Now you can get this for free. Actually, like I said, I know I just fucking like advertised the living cock out of myself, but I promise I like to give back. So, if you do download this tune right here, you can get this plugin for free, and you also get here. I'll show you also what you get too. You get I have my little like V1X drum pack in there, and then also I don't have all of these, but when you if you do a donation, you do get all of these, and I'll just show you. It's gonna sound like shit right now because the master is blown the fuck out. Okay, so don't listen to that. But these are all just really like standardized square waveforms and everything like that. Here, if I turned off the master, is it lagging for you? Hold on. Damn, that shit is fucking cooked. Holy, it won't even run. It won't even run. Holy shit, I can't even run the project. What did I do? Let's see how big this thing is. Does it go really back? Oh god, yeah. Never mind, that's why. Okay, well, never mind. I'll show you on a different track. We'll just have to go to let's see. Oh, you know, I can actually show it on this tune. This tune's fucking insane. I really wanted to show it on that because that is like a crazy tune. That's the X8 tune that I just dropped. But the what I was going to show was how to make your tunes really loud, really easily, and that is through WarmTube. I guarantee you it's better than any distortion out there for the distortion sound that you're probably looking for, which is that like crunchy kind of white, noisy, warm kind of thing going on. And I'll show you right here actually. Again, I'm using WarmTube. Now, WarmTube V2, you can get this exact same result, but it's just way better. Like here, I'll show you WarmTube V2. So WarmTube V2 is the same thing. It's just an upgraded version of WarmTube, and you can do way crazier. You can make your tunes way crazier with this, and it's got a multi-band too. So like, and anytime you click on a knob, let's say like if we click. Okay, let's say we made 3 bands, right? And I click the middle band. Well, I can do the mids. And if I click this high band, I can do the high and the mix separately. So WarmTube V2 is a fucking insane fucking plugin. Is this plugged in? Oh no, it's not. My shit's going down. 1 second. Gosh, I can't even see, dog. Alright, okay, so I'm going to show you something insane. Watch this. Alright, so we're going to play this drop with WarmTube, and then we're going to turn it on and off. And you're going to see what I'm saying. So as you can see, WarmTube is fucking insane. Like I didn't even use any other loudness plugin on this master. Like all I used was WarmTube. That is all I fucking used. Okay, this is why I gave it out for free, because it is one of the best loudness plugins for mastering, in my opinion. Just an amazing wave shape that we used, but. shit's insane, isn't it? Come on, that shit's insane. Alright, okay. I'm going to show you guys some cool shit, though. So, you can grab that on Dubgrade. You can grab that right here. Oh, my bad. You can grab the free one through my free download right here. Actually, like I said again, that comes with 2 packs. It comes with the V1X drum pack, and it comes with 25 samples of just straight Maelstrom kind of shits. And then it comes with the Dubgrade. It comes with this one right here, the Worm 2 V1. And yeah, well, bam, that's for a secret. That's a secret. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something really cool that I've learned recently, and this is something that like I haven't really done it, and wait, what? Oh no, this is better than sausage fattener, brother. Like honestly, sausage fattener kills your fucking lows, and it phases your lows. I wouldn't use sausage fattener. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think anyone uses sausage fattener anymore because it phases your low end. And like makes your low end sound like shit. So let's get back to what I was gonna say though. Honestly, you'd probably be better just using like some random distortion offline, to be real. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna show you parallel processing, but I'm gonna do it in a very unique way. I'm gonna run like 2 wet signals of the same sound. And I'm going to do some wave phase. So I'm going to do some all pass filtering. And this is going to be a really cool thing to watch because what I'm going to get here, what the result that I'm going to get here is one sound and hopefully another kind of layered cohesiveness of that sound without having to find another sound to like get into it or like whatever. We're gonna make a sound way fuller and like way more in depth and way more wet, like 2-tone kind of wet type of thing. Watch this. So let me go through some of these and kind of show you what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna put this on a mixer. Just gonna put it dry. Let's just name it dry. Let's just be the dry. And then we're gonna route this. We're gonna route it this to this. And then pretty much we're gonna name this wet 1. Well, these are going into here, so I probably should. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure that this is not going into the master anymore. There we go. Well, I guess if I wanted to do nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do a dry, we're just gonna do 2 wets. But alright, so 2 wets, and pretty much what's going on here is this sound is going to do these 2 things, right? Obviously, if we play it right now, it's going to sound louder. Whatever, you get the point. It's going to sound louder. So if I disconnected this and if I just went like this real quick, this is what it sounds like without. Okay, so right, it obviously increases the volume, but here's the coolest part. So let's say on our wet 2, we want to like, I don't know, add some like wave phase. And then like, well, I'm not even gonna get into all this, but this is like a whole thing. This is unaligned phasing and phasing, what I'm about to do. So if we go past 600, or we go below 600 on the frequency, and what's up, Dakar? What's up, Bloom? What's up, Lucky? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go on a very low frequency to kind of get and I'm going to add a ton of all pass filters to get some sort of like phasing. But what happens when you go on a low frequency, it adds unaligned phasing really heavily. So like, let's say we do this 400 and then we go like, I don't know, 126 stages of all pass filters. What I'm doing is disperser, but disperser is only 8 stages. I'm doing 126 stages. And one stage, wait, it's not 8 stages. One stage is 8 all pass filters in disperser. So yeah, I'm doing 126 on wave phase. So what if I showed you just the context of what it would sound like. Here, let me show you the context of what it would sound like. Let me make this unique, and then let me just drive this into this one wet. This is what it would sound like, just normal though. About the same result. Okay, whatever. But I thought it would be a little bit different. Whatever. But let me do on the wet. Let me do another thing of like, let's see, a ring mod or some shit. Let's run a ring mod into it or something. Let's turn the frequency down. Okay, so now we have this like full ass looking sound. So what I was trying to get off of here is, so we're doing two types of processing. We're running the sound twice, right? We're doing parallel processing into the master. So this sound is going in twice, but it's parallel process, right? But the only thing I'm doing on this one is I'm just, what the fuck? I'm just doing all pass filtering to give it that dispersion. And then on this one, I'm doing some Vocodex to give it more dispersion or phasing, whatever you want to call it. And I'm doing a ring mod instance. And if I showed it to you over here, what does this sound like? Honestly, it gets even crazier than this. So like, let's see here. Let's do another effector right here, or some shit. Ring mod. What I'm doing here is truly ring mod. I'm gonna fix my camera. What the fuck? You're damn right. It's fucking interesting plugin. Now we're getting like way more. Unless like, see, I'm gonna do the same processing pretty much, and I bet you it's not gonna be as strong. Okay. Well, that's going into two different types of processing, and like, I don't know, it just makes it sound way more full and two-toned in a way, and it just makes it sound way cooler. Like, and then like, instead of just having one line of processing where you just have kind of like a stagnant kind of, you know what I mean? It just sounds way brighter on the second one, way louder and just way more emphasized. Yeah, that is an interesting tool I've been doing. You can do it on your drums. It's mainly used for drums. Oh, here's another cool thing. Like, let's say if we used OTT and we did upwards compression or over the top compression. We just do like upwards, and then we change the, yeah, let's see what it's. See what I mean by the double processing? Like, and yeah, I'm using ring mods and I'm using two instances of like phasing, but the thing is that the double parallel processing sounds more emphasized, more bright, more characteristic than just the single line of processing, where it sounds ugly and almost muddy, and I have to kind of like shape it, right? But the double processing is just way cool. Can I give it an example on drums? I guess I could, yeah. Well, let's do that. Fuck it. So, let me just reset. Let me reset this real quick. Alright. So, I'm just going to pull up. I'm not going to make a drum loop. I'm just going to pull up a drum loop. I'm going to do it with a kick. Now, this would be the easiest with a kick. I'm just going to show you from a raw kick, honestly. A loop was too stupid because that's, you wouldn't want to do that with just a straight loop. So, alright, 1 second. Let me go to like a kick or some shit. It's a good one. Okay, so let's say we put this right here, and we're just gonna name this. We're gonna do a dry into a wet, right? I'm not gonna do a double processing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do a dry into a wet. So we'll just name this kick, and then we'll just route this into that, route this into that. Make sure that this is unrouted from the master. We'll name this dry. So this is nothing's going on this one, right? So this is it plain dry. And then over here, it's going to be named, let's just name it wet. But this is what I'm going to do. So like over here, I'm going to add like, let's do like a transient processor or some shit, right? So a transient processor. One. Oh, I was right there too. I swear to God, I'm so silly. It's right there. So do this. I'm just gonna do some average stuff. We want it to be a little more knocky on the less wet one, right? I mean the wet one. And then pretty late stream. Are you doing feedback? Yeah, send a tune in, brother. Gonna go like this, bend it. Maybe something like that, right? And now I'm also gonna add some wave shaping. Do a little bit of that. And then now I'm gonna add some compression. So this is what really is a parallel, like when you're doing parallel processing on drums, they're probably gonna normally say or refer to parallel compressing, you know, or parallel processing as a compression. And that goes on the wet. And I'm also gonna put a soft clipper here to catch all the loudness. I mean, I guess the compressor's kind of doing that, but whatever. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What the fuck? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Son of a bitch and bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. Soft clipper. Well, bam. Okay, so what I'm about to show is, give me a second here. So we're going to try to get this kick more knocky. Okay, so some slight compression to kind of get a little more knocky, and then we got some transient processing, right? Now, let me show you what it sounds like without the parallel processing, right? Without the parallel compression. This is what it sounds like without it. You see how like the kick onto the left is just way more knocky? And then shout out to Tactics for like actually showing this to me and kind of like showing me how he does it. But pretty much if you do this to your drums, if you do the dry into the wet, and then like you have the dry and then you have the wet, like, you know, you do your transient, you do your wave shaping, you do your compressing, and then you do, you know, whatever, you're gonna get more of like a, in a way, right? So we'll play it again. Like this the left one is more like it's more transient, it's more poppy, it's more like right there, right? But the one on the right's more like, you know, it's kind of just like boom, boom. But the one on the left's more like So yeah, do that with your drums. You can do that with your hi-hats. You can do that with your snares, claps. You could do it. You could do it with your basses. You truly could do it with your basses, but I like doing the double processing thing. But yeah, I think you sent in a tune. Let me go to that. Let me get rid of all of these. Holy shit. All right, let's see. Bloom Dobbs, what's up, brother? intro kind of in that drum break. Change the arrangement at this point, like slightly change it, kind of how I've been saying with the other feedbacks. Slightly change the arrangement, like, you know, play with the basses, kind of like play around with them. It's the high end, might want to dip it on the high end, probably the 1K to the 3K, probably like 6K region or something like that. The sound's pretty cool, but it needs some more mids, probably like the 400, maybe 500 range, 600. Just kind of like up it a little bit, not up it, but like on the EQ, put like a little bump there. I think on the intro you could have added a little more on the build up. Slight arrangement changes again. Yeah, I already said that. And then I think like the sub might be just a slight bit too loud. Just turn it down just a slight bit. And I feel like maybe the sub could be like longer in a way, kind of like what I do in my stuff. Because like it's too I mean, I guess if you're trying to go for that stompiness, I like to kind of carry the sub out a little longer than the sound, and then maybe like adding some convolution reverb on your mid bass to kind of like give the illusion, some stuff like that. It's a little too stompy in a way. The sub's a little too short in my opinion. Same flow, you gotta change the arrangement. Yeah, I'll keep working on that one. That one's sick though. It's sick ideas. I feel like it's almost solid. You just need to change the arrangement a little bit, kind of add some background stuff, risers and stuff like that. Maybe some more like vibes, and then like get really creative on the switch up. Make it more creative. Oh right, where the fuck was I going? Oh, right here. Bullets, clips. Huh. Frequency there, buddy. Needs more substance to kind of keep me engaged here. You could add like you could add more like stuff. Add more stuff, maybe like a drum, something like something more. Get more creative. But it's a dope vibe. It's a dope vibe. I like the vibe. Alright, put stuff put your bass loops, like put like a context of your stuff, like your drop in your intro. May it be like a one shot echoing that's muffled and shit like that. That is an insane drop. That shit is fire. Please send me this when you finish this. If you're down, I want to release it on a label. Well, my label, my buddy's label. Suits and Snares. That shit is fire as fuck. Yeah, keep me updated. It's fire. It's fire. Big tune. Yeah, send it to me. That drop is crazy. I feel like you could like thingies. I feel like alternate those, so every other do just a slightly different one, maybe even more different than like the last one. But other than that, that's all I can say. But that is an insane drop, bro. Woo, woo, that's fire. That is fire. Damn, son. Okay, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? You know what we could do? We could have fun, and we could browse Reddit, browse Reddit, or I could make a tune, or I could show some more shit. What do you guys want? What do you want to do? I could do a free lesson too. Fuck it. Fuck it. But to do, you know what? I'll fucking start making something. I'm kind of bored, I guess. I'll see what I can kind of do. You know, I don't even want to make anything actually. Actually, you know what? I was making something the other day that I did kind of like. It kind of goes off of what someone was saying off of intros. This is kind of how I do my intros. Let me just kind of fuck around for a minute. And oh, wham bam, it's all gone. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, okay, never mind. Discouraged, never mind. Alright. So I guess what I'm going to do is, I guess there's another trick I could show you. This is another one I really do like. Let me go into one of my tunes. So one thing I've been really liking recently, it's kind of like, I guess what I've been showing, or I'm going to go into a different tangent actually. This is kind of something I like doing in a lot of my tunes. This is kind of like what I was stressing with a lot of the feedback that I was giving. I might as well just kind of go into it. So, you know how a lot of you, I was saying like, you know, this first 8 bars is amazing and this and that, but one thing I feel like you could do when it comes to different, like, making it different, is like, look at how different this right here is to over here. Like, it's like, I'll play it real quick. Just 8 bars, right? And then the next 8 bars I slightly change it more, and this is kind of like why I've been saying this the whole time. And I even change the tonality slightly. You don't want to be scared to throw in new sounds, like you don't, and then throw in even off sounds kind of too that can help complement it on the off. Kind of like, you know, but I get really creative. Don't just use one line of sounds, you know, like, or just 2. Use multiple. What's up, bro? And if the moment does call, and if the tune is correct, I think if you go off of a fake out, going into another tonality off of the next is amazing. What I did here that's different is I slightly changed. It's probably a different sound. I think it is a different bass. I'm pretty sure. It's a slightly different bass. That's the same kind of thing over here. But then I just changed the tonality up a little bit. And then every 8, I always take out the sub and I add some sort of like fill of some sort. May it be a vocal, may it be a reverse sound, may it be honestly anything. It could be a reverb up, stuff like that. And then I'll keep going because you'll see it progressing even more throughout. So like here. So even right here, I cut it, repeating it, because I kind of wanted it to have a response back over here. You know, it's kind of like, think of segments of like, how can you call and respond from back to this section too, in certain ways, and that will always make your tunes way more next level. Let me keep going now. And even in this part, again, it's the same thing, but then I change the pitch again, and I change the tonality, right? And then I even add it back to kind of like give that flair of change of arrangement slightly, just ever so slightly, to keep it interesting still. Every time right before the 16, I always take out a bar or a half a bar. This is a half a bar, I'm pretty sure. But and then even like on the 16, you'll see right here, like I straight up, like I keep the same, as you can see, I keep the same consistency of 25% of the same bass line, like as you can see. But then I change it up even more, like so much more, like you'll hear it. And that stuff is like really easy to do, to just kind of like really mess around with samples real quick and kind of like maybe, you know, change how they look. Like, you know, just by doing that, it already changed the vibe. If I just went like this, like instantly, like yeah, it's gonna be a worse of a call and response, but it works. Like. See what I mean? And that's really easy to do. Like, so that's kind of like what I wanted to show. I think I'm gonna hop off. I've been streaming for quite a while. I've been streaming for 2 hours, but I will be trying to do these every other day or every day maybe. You know, and I'll figure out some like really cool shit. Again, donate if you're trying to see some really cool shit near the end of the year. I am throwing so much money into V1X. It's like fucking $5,000 in the past 6 months. Like. Being an artist is, yes, making really good music, but at the same time, I hate to tell you all, it is a bunch of money you gotta dump in, right? And that's not just the promotion, that's everything that revolves around a project. But at the end of the day, keep working on the music, because at some point, when you keep working on the music and you keep going, you'll get to a point where the music's really only like you've mastered your not mastered, you never really mastered your craft, but you get where you're going and what your sound is and yada 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 yada, right? And that's only 25. That's only 20%. The rest is the marketing, the branding, the social media. And on here, another thing about social media. Let's talk about social media for just a second. A lot of people like to look at social media as a hindrance, but it's really not. Like, social media should be looked at as fun. Like when I did this video right here, I honestly was just like, think of it like this. A lot of people are like, wow, you know, wow, content creation, wow, this is a hindrance, I'm just trying to make music. But you should look at making content as another form of expression of yourself when it comes to making content a part of your music. Like right here in this video, I made a whole intro in my mind when I was making a tune where I was like, wow, I could make a cool little video out of that. And that's a piece of content. You know, he'll played it. Okay, so you get the point, right? It's a fun piece of content. And now how I edited this was CapCut. CapCut is super fucking easy to use. If you're sleeping on CapCut, you're just sleeping. And like, again, this shit is fun. CapCut makes it fun. Like, think of it like this. You're making some piece of music, and then you're like, well, how, I'm trying to express myself in this music, and I'm trying to get my music out there. Well, how can I express myself as an artist and get myself as an artist out there? And that is content right there. A lot of people like to think of content as a hindrance, but it truly is not a hindrance. It is almost like it's a benefit to your brand. It is like the biggest benefit to your brand. Think about it. You make a piece of tune that's this amazing, but then you want to get yourself out there as an artist. Well, how do you do that? Well, you have to share who you are. It's kind of like how you're watching me right now. You know, I'm sharing who I am, and then later on going to be you're going to probably check out my music, right? Well, that's the same thing. Content, not a bad game. Look at it as really fun and another way to connect with people and another way to share your project. Let me just kind of go on a little more of a rant here. This is more like kind of niche stuff because I've kind of built my brand off of sound, like in my YouTube, obviously. So it makes sense for me to do this type of content, but like, let me break it down like this. So back when I was kind of like in the same mind state, I was like, fuck content, right? I was like, content, man, fuck that. But then I thought, I was like, you know what? This is a way to express myself. I did a simple little video of kind of like talking, just simple kind of talking and like, you know, just my thoughts I'm doing right now. I'm going to probably post this on Instagram anyways. You're going to see this on Instagram. And this kind of stuff leads to people wanting to like check you out, wanting to know who you are, wanting to build a relationship with you on the internet, you know. And at the end of the day, don't take this for granted. Yes, these are good strategies, but I do try my best with everyone that does follow this content and reaches out with me. I try my very best to always keep back engaged. It's kind of like you want to make sure that like I'm lucky to be here, and you want to make it like that too, you know, like anyone that supports you, let them know like how grateful you are. I am so fucking grateful, you know. Every person that listens to your project, fucking show them that, tell them that, you know. If they ever express it to you, show them that. And that's like I'm trying to say here, like your content helps you get yourself out there so people can be like, wow, dude, this content really helped me. And then you can be like, you know what? Well, I'm so glad it helped you. Like, that's a huge accomplishment to yourself, honestly, you know. And that's kind of where I'm getting to with the whole content thing. It doesn't even have to be helping. It could be comedy. Like, it could literally just be comedy, like just your song on a thing, and then people get a really good laugh out of it. Like, that may be cringy to some, but really it isn't cringy because people love this stuff. And that's another way to put yourself out there. My true way of putting myself out there is kind of like even before a show, I mixed in kind of like
Starting up.
I spent literally an hour sitting in a restaurant with all my boys on this trip playing this show, and I just made that on my phone in CapCut. But the thing is, I involved my music into the content. I was weird and like, I don't know, I did really good. It got good responses, you know. That's the thing. It got good engagement. And at the end of the day, I was expressing myself as an artist and not looking at the content as like, oh God, it's this content. Oh no, I know I'm stressing on this fact, but I really want to break the barrier with a lot of people, and I want to see more content uploaded. I want to see people upload more content. I want to see you guys upload more content. I want to see you express yourself on social media more than just you, as you expressing yourself on your music. And I think it's vital for you guys to do that. I think it's so fucking vital. And I think, and to an extent, it's so vital that everyone wants to see that stuff, even if you think that you're scared of putting it out, or who you are, or what you look like, or whatever fucking may be. It goes in your head. It goes going on inside your head. And laziness. No, you know what? Honestly, laziness comes down to you being scared to doing it. Maybe like, oh, if I try to edit this, it's gonna suck, or I don't know how to edit, this and that. Well, the only way you do it is you get started. And again, like CapCut, bro, it's so easy to do on the phone. Like literally, after this, I'm about to just edit something on the CapCut app. I'm about to just upload this video to Google Drive, download it to my phone, and I'm about to just cut it all the fuck up. And then you can do really, really dope fucking things. This whole stream, I can probably make 5 videos out of that I think are really fun and engaging, and I had fun making. Because at the end of the day, if you really think about all this as fun instead of trying to work to get somewhere, you're going to get where you want to be. Because you're having fun. And when you start to have fun, you start to really dive yourself in so deep to the point where other people can connect to you on that level. Because they know that you're not they know you're comfortable. They know you're putting yourself out and they can connect with someone. That's like me listening to Skeller. And throughout the years, I've always listened to every new piece of his. Or Murata, I've always listened to every new piece of his. Now he's doing more of the content stuff now, putting himself out there, and that's what I love too. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I don't know where I was getting. I really don't. Actually, I don't at the end part. But don't be lazy on social medias. Start kicking it up on social media. Look at social medias as a fun way to engage with new people and get new people interested in your project. And don't give up. Keep working on the music. Try to think of your music as a way to incorporate into your social medias. Another thing about Instagram too, really quick. Here's a little tip about Instagram. Don't tell people to leave the page of Instagram. You got to be subtle about it. So because Instagram doesn't like promoting things that make people leave the platform. It's kind of why YouTube is one of the best places to get people to engage with your platform. But the thing about, let's say you're dropping here, I'll even show an example. So I wanted to show people, obviously my plugin. But, okay, so link in bio, it kind of makes it obvious to Instagram that I'm trying to get people to leave, right? But on this tune, I could have said out now, via SoundCloud, this and that. Oh, I did say that. Or go to YouTube, or go to the link, or whatever. But I only literally just said a name. I doubt this really does affect the algorithm when you say another social media source. I hope it doesn't. But if I left this out, possibly Instagram would have pushed this better, because all I said is VX8 is out now. And then just something obviously free download with a free plugin. But not telling anyone to go anywhere, Yeah, same thing with kind of my thing, or same thing with my thing here, actually. Playing, this was to promote my show at Denver. Well, I didn't say go to the fucking event, right? Oh, shut up, bitch. I pretty much just said tons of unreleased, playing tons of unreleased, let's go, and there's the fucking place, And I swear to God that Instagram will kill your reach if you're telling them to go somewhere else other than fucking Instagram. Other than that, I'm out, guys, and I hope you learned a lot. I'm going to be doing these more. Don't forget, don't give up, keep going, believe in yourself. Keep doing what you love. Don't care what anyone says. Even if I said something in the feedback that you don't agree with your own intuition. At the end of the day, that's where it's going to take you is the farthest. Or that's where your intuition is going to take you the farthest. And your own self-guidance. But at the end of it, sometimes you got to have to open up. But who knows? Who the fuck knows at the end of the day? That's what creates a true artist, is true expression. So if you don't want to follow anyone's opinions or this and that, do that. And that's kind of what I did. Sorry. That's kind of what I did. So don't give up. Keep doing you. Keep trying your best. Keep doing more in your tunes. Try to always do more in your tunes that you did the last time. And Thank you guys for tuning in. I love y'all. So grateful for you. And more tunes to come. Peace out, guys. Have a great fucking day. And don't fucking give up. I swear to God. If I see any of you give up, I'm going to come to your door. I'm going to make